Hey gang, Gameface here, and I'm back in Planet Coaster. Hey Lixo, how are you doing? Wow. Okay, yeah. So, just so it's known, everything that I did yesterday is gone. Planet Coaster crashed. The only thing that's left is me shaping some stuff, the entire bridge, the rocks, the entire landslide type thing. Gone. It's gone. This Planet Coaster doesn't autosave properly. Hey Robin, welcome back. Okay, so I'm not doing that today. I'm gonna just like I need something easy today. Maybe that's not the right word. I need something calming. Yes, calming. Calming is what I need. So I'm gonna do some other stuff. It needs to be done anyway. So I might as well do it. Nobody else is gonna. That's what I've found. Come on. Don't need. What you need though is a lot more scenery. A lot more scenery. I didn't this stuff, all this this was done, I don't know, days ago. I did that some other time. I don't think I was streaming when I did that. Oh well. So I'm gonna finish it. Not finish it, I'm gonna do other stuff to it. Who knows? Finishing might be involved. But I definitely need to get more ground coverage. Did I really do that? I didn't want to really do that. Or I really didn't want to do that. That's what I should have said. I need to get more proper ground coverage. You know, this needs to look like a thing when people are, you know what I mean? Hey Tom, welcome back. How are you doing today? Or do I want it everywhere? Yeah. I do. Oh, I'm slowly recovering from yesterday's disaster. So in yesterday's stream, for those who weren't here, we started we built a like a landslide type thing where a big huge rock had fallen out of here and crushed a whole wooden structure and put a whole like dip and curve into the track, you know, accidentally. And then Planet Coaster decided to crash and it hadn't autosaved for an hour and a half. That 10-minute autosave, it's every hour and a half. Well, it's not even every hour and a half. So I lost all of yesterday's work. Everything I did in the stream yesterday is gone. So yes, I'm working on other stuff today. I'm trying to get all this to up to par. Let's say that. I'm trying to get this to the quality of the rest of the world. And that's not going to help. There we go. Hey Brandon. You didn't miss much. I only started like 6 minutes ago. So you missed people saying hello. But not really. So yeah, I'm just basically trying to get this to the way I think it should look. I really like doing this in forests where you've got like dead or dying material, and then you've got new fresh plants growing up through it. Makes it look so, I don't know, makes it look real. Well, as real as it's gonna look in Planet Coaster. Hey Meganico. Yeah, there's waterfalls. There's multiple waterfalls. This is the first one we built. It's not so great. There's some issues across the front here that I, you know, should probably take care of. It looks better from this side, actually. The rapids look better than the thing. And then the second waterfall was this one here. Took a little bit more care in designing it before I built it, but yeah, I like how they turned out. And then there's the whole thing where it's like, hey, there used to be a waterfall here, you know, type thing, and the same thing down here. This all used to be, you know, so it's all washed out, and I don't know. I decided to add some actual, like, real geological process. Well, not really, you know, just to make it look a little more real. Just because it was an idea, and it worked, I guess. I'm happy with it. Okay, that's probably good enough for that side. You know, even when you're coming down on the train, it's gonna look pretty good. Actually, no. Let me change this up a bit. In the fairground, not a ton. I haven't really done a lot in the fairground here lately. You know, the last thing I did was put this row of lights on here, and I didn't even finish that. I gotta put the rest of the lights around the whole thing. There is the whole replacement, the train support replacement initiative, as I call it, where the crappy supports on the train have been replaced with this. I've also done the same over here. Oh yeah, and there's all this. There's all this. There's all the tunnels that need to be built, that I need to finish, and then there's going to be another replacement bridge there, maybe a big canyon, another one over here, and it'll all look like much more like, yes, there's a possibility that these supports could possibly hold up a train, as opposed to these little twigs, which, you know how heavy trains are? I wouldn't trust that to hold up a train. Or I wouldn't trust a train that was being held up by that, I should say. Okay, so that's basically all I've really done there. I still need to go in, do all the lights, and I'm still debating on how that's all gonna work. What was not what this was not the one I was. So yeah, there's still lots of stuff to do, and lots of stuff to figure out what needs to be done. If that makes any sense. Just some random. There we go. I like it. Okay, so now I'm going to actually lighten up this around these rocks here. So it's not such a sharp change in color. And all this needs to be done too. Actually, you know what? I have an idea. Let's... That was bottom. Okay, now that that's out of the way. Oh, or is it? Okay. There we go. Change up the landscape a little. Okay, there's a huge area here. Needs to do. I need to. That was probably wrong. I need some big trees. I need some way to fill this up quicker. in my normal tree filling up rate. This is just way too slow. It takes for freaking ever. We'll just use the biggest trees we can find. Can't just do that. It would look terrible. See, because they're not in buildings, you can't copy and paste more than one thing at a time. The other thing is, with copy and paste, is you gotta be careful because of the contours of the land, right? Not yet. Not yet. What? I wonder. Okay, this needs to... Yeah. That's better. Oops. Okay, what else do I need here? I need some more dead material. I don't know what I'm gonna do at the edge of the map. Like what, fade? To fade to just using these trees down here? Oh. Oops. Hey Marco! Welcome back. Okay, I don't like this, but it's just because it's not finished yet. Actually, neither is this. I did all this and I haven't finished any of this. None of this has been done. And this always needs to be done. This is like the plant that pulls everything together. No matter what map you're working on, this plant does it for everything. It's to fix all of plants. That's better. Now let's make this better. That's a bit better. Still some, what I would call, I guess, sharp edges. Rough. I don't know. Okay. No one ever said it was going to be easy. I might have said it'll be easier than what happened yesterday. And speaking of what happened yesterday, I should probably save. Let's save this thing. So, there we go, we're safe. So speaking of yesterday, I don't know if anybody remembers the problem that was occurring. Other than, you know, the actual final thing that happened, which was losing everything. I guess I don't really need this anymore. Huh? Oh, is it just a shadow disappearing? So there was this thing I was doing. We were doing this thing, and it was like for setting up a sequencer in order to have like a blanket of fire just sweep across the land. I'm just so disappointed that's all gone. Every time I look there, that's why I didn't want to build over here today. It's like, holy crap, all that work. And you know, I thought that build, the thing is, when I build something like that and I build it on the fly, like where I don't know what I'm going for, always seems to turn out better than the redo of that, if you know what I mean. You know, like if I were to tear all this down and say, okay, I'm going to rebuild this, I think this would end up looking more natural and more what it should look like. So I'm afraid that when I go to rebuild this whole section here, it's just not going to work the same as it did before. Okay, so let's build our building. So here we go. Take that. Now we need fire. I figured out how to do this, by the way. Okay. I just want to make... No, that's not going to have it straight. Only way to make sure. Okay. So the other thing is we need it above that. Okay, so there's the next part. And finally, we take our display sequencer. This is gonna have to go underneath. Oh well, yeah, we'll just put it there. So, let's go in and create a trigger sequence. And because, you know, Planet Coaster doesn't give a crap what order you put things in, I'll just add them like that. Okay, so we're gonna start here. That's 0. And I'm looking for this and this is gonna be 0.3. I don't know if everybody remembers this from yesterday. We got 0.6. .6. .9. I got this. Okay, I'm just gonna sort them. That way, all the ones I need to deal with are at the top, except for including the one at the top. So this is a. Let's see. That's a 1.5, isn't it? Yeah. That's a 1.2. That's the 0. That's a 1.2. That's a 1.8. What's the total loss? Everything I built yesterday. The entire crushed bridge with the whole coaster, yeah. Everything from yesterday's video. Gone. Planet Coaster crashed. And left me with nothing. Yes. So I feel exactly. Exactly. Okay, so this is 1.5? No. Okay, you done? Okay, so there's 0. There's the 3s. There's the 6s. We got 4 9s. Three 1.2s. 2 1.5s. And a 1.8. Done. Oh no, not done. Edit trigger sequence. Okay, there we go. So that should burn for 20 seconds. Looks good to me. Now, what we have here is a building. Or a burning platform. So let's make a blueprint out of the burning platform. I got this figured out this time. It's not going to die. I also know why it crashed. Crashed as soon as it backed into undoing those the triggers. So this is a burning platform. Okay, so let's go to my blueprints. Where's my burning platform? It must be under B. No. No, that was not what I clicked. Might have been what I clicked. Now. Huh? No, that sequencer sequences its own thing. What I did yesterday was I duplicated what I had built, which should be the same as using a blueprint of what you built, I would say. At least that's how my brain would work. But, you know, my brain doesn't work. It's obviously broken. So that's all burning. But when I choose this, edit this, and set off this display sequencer, those go off. So there we go. Problem solved, right? Gotta take this one? Because it's from a blueprint? Will that work? No, that won't work either. So I actually have to go and take the blueprint every time. So at least we've got it figured out. Kind of a pain in the ass. But here we go. And this is why they won't fix it. This is why they won't fix the problem with copying. Because there's another way to do it. It's a pain in the butt, and you gotta manually realign everything, but there's another way to do it. But it goes to show that copying something and using a blueprint are two different things. I know you know what I mean. Oh, okay, now. Okay, so we're almost the same point where everything crashed yesterday. Well, no, we're not, because none of the hour and a half of build is done. Just the last 10 minutes of playing around is done. Okay, so there we go. We got that right. It's not straight. Let's just, you know, at least get that right. there we go. Now what I'm gonna do is I am going to take a display sequencer. I'm going to save the game. Okay, play sequencer. Okay, there we go. What we need to do is we need to find the first one. That's not the first one. That's not the first one. That's not the first one. Well, at least I should be grateful they're all facing the right way. The last one's the first one. It would be nice if they didn't burn for 20 seconds. I guess that's my fault. But I need them to burn for 20 seconds. Okay, so where's the second one? That's not the second one. There's a second one. And we need that to burn at 1.2 seconds, I believe. Okay, there we go. So if that's 1.2, the next one's, these are 2.4. That makes sense, right? Or are they 1.8? Okay, there we go. It's 2.4. So the next one is going to be 3.6. And 4.8. There we go. Now we take this and we make it into one bigger blueprint. And then we put 9 of those down. And we take that and we make it into not one bigger blueprint. And eventually we can burn the entire world down. All by pressing one button. But we're not going to do that because that would be silly. Okay. It better be big enough. where's my sequencer? Where is my sequencer? My sequencer? No. Well, that's no good. Okay. Planet Coaster. What are you doing? Where is my sequencer? It's not like right in here. It's like, oh, you just happened to put it exactly. So it was in a building, in a thing. No? Or let me guess. My sequencer is sitting out on top of a hill out here. All by itself. No, no, it's in there. It's in there. Somewhere. I was pretty sure it was off to the side. Aha! Okay. Why do they light up like that? Okay. Hey, Martin. So, we're back out here. Yeah, roof's in the way. Can't see what's going on. Hey, Demancha. Yeah. See, that's it. I'm too unsure right now. Am I still working on that one minecart ride? Yeah. I don't know what you mean by still working on that one minecart ride. It's going to take a while. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Do I want to start this again? I've been working on this ride for a couple of weeks. Wow, I must have missed those. No, I do remember building a tunnel a couple weeks ago to, you know, a thing that would become a station, but I don't think I've been working on the ride for a couple of weeks. I also don't think it really matters. I gotta decide whether I want to commit to doing this again. Because that stuff that I did yesterday was not easy. It wasn't like a stressful build. I was very happy with the way it came out when I was done. I just wasn't happy with the whole crashy thing. That really left me in a bad mood. And I don't know if I want to do that again. And you know, like, truly, I expected that when I restarted Planet Coaster, that everything would be there. I did not expect that it had basically given up doing auto saves an hour and a half before it crashed. You know that 10-minute autosave process it does? Stop doing that. An hour and a half. Sorry. I'm like, that's what I'm pissed off about. Software crashes. That's why we have autosaves and things like that to mitigate that problem. Yeah, this is me rebuilding what I lost. But it's going to be bigger and better and more awesome. And why was I not saving? I'm using a piece of software that auto saves every 10 minutes. It wasn't really a concern to me of losing 10 minutes of building. It was a concern to me of losing more than 10 minutes of building, an hour and a half, for instance. That's what I was concerned with. I thought game worked. It turns out they've had a bug logged for autosave for over a year and they haven't done anything about it. Other than when people complain about it, they tell them that it's already logged. That's their solution. And I don't know. I just don't trust computers that much. And I would have hoped that autosave would have worked. And of course, being as my computer doesn't crash a lot, it's also something I don't experience very often. So again, it's another one of those things where I would have hoped that all would have been good. Turns out it wasn't. And here we are. Is that everything I need? I just happen to just... Okay. Hey, Jake. Welcome back. You get to see everything that was done yesterday again. Planet Coaster crashed and lost everything. Turned off Steam Cloud. Yeah, I've turned off the Steam Cloud. Because, it was basically taking forever to load. Or to save. Because I don't save... I probably don't save the same as everybody. I save every version of everything. So I can actually go back to when I put down the gate. So to all the different iterations for every live stream, I can actually go back and look at it. Okay. Now, where do we begin? You know, Martin, the problem being is if I were to say, okay, let's create a workshop Wednesday or something like that, where I build something for the workshop. The problem is there's nothing that I can build in one day. None of this stuff takes a day. So it would be workshop weekdays, and I would have to build during the weekday. I would have to build something for the workshop, because my builds just don't seem, they seem to take a lot longer than that. Now what I could possibly do is take a day a week and take something that I've already built and make it ready, workshop ready, and upload it to the workshop. But to build something for the workshop in a 2 to 3 hour period is never gonna happen for me. I'm just not capable of it. Wish I was, but my builds take way longer than that. I'm sad to say. But yeah, you're right. I should get more stuff on the workshop. Really? But you just suck. Oops. I say should probably do that at a little slower rate. Hello, yes. Um, Hello, person from Twitch. As I'm not going to say that. Okay, so let's go back to terrain and clear out some more of this. Okay, so the idea is that once this is all done, it's going to have a big, huge rock. It's going to be crushed down. The whole bridge is going to be crushed, pushing the whole track out to the side like this. And that's the way that's going to look. Yay! So, what I think I can do, probably not true. You know what? I shouldn't have moved these. Save that for after, or, this is what I should have done. There's another one. Okay, so now I want to take all of this. Can I take all this? Minus that, minus that. All that out of there. Oh, are you? Well, gee. Why would you come back? I don't understand. You know how pathetic it makes you look? That you just... This is all you've got? Holy fuck. You know? Unbelievable. Unfrickin'. Yeah. There's definitely something very pathetic about them. the trolls. Okay, so if I now... this. Move that back where it belonged. In a way, sort of. And then... turn it separately. Oh, crap. Maybe... at least having to redo it. Did you watch the video? There's no way I'm going to be able to reproduce that. There's just no way in the world. There's no bloody way that there's any way that this is ever possibly going to turn out as it did the other day. Can't happen. It's already broken. It's already not turning out as good. Yeah, so that's gone. It's a thing of the past. I may as well admit that I'm never going to be able to get that back. So I'm just going to have to build something else that's similar to it, but not as good. Like I said, there's something about building when you build the thing the first time. It's got a certain charm that the second build just does not have. Especially when it comes to things like this, because these aren't about making it look like a building. These are making it look like everything fell into place and lies and you know what I mean? It's more about that than... You know, Planet Coaster, if you would stop moving that thing around and moving it to different angles every time I move the damn thing, it would make this a lot easier. The reason things are so difficult in Planet Coaster is because things are just difficult in Planet Coaster. There's no real reason for it. Other than it's awkward because they didn't bother making it not awkward.